Good afternoon. Welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View this afternoon. With the game on tonight and there no Green Brigade, will the boys be back in town to make some noise at Celtic Park? Will the fans make some noise? The Celtic Fans Collective have put out their stance and put out where we currently are with regards to meeting the board. Remember that the board did come out on video and said that they would gladly meet anyone from the collective and individual fan groups, and they would reach out to them. As it stands, no one has had a meeting with Celtic, and the game is tonight. The Celtic Fans Collective sent out an email saying thank you for your patience while we've been attempting to organise a meeting with Celtic FC. This has been more drawn out than it should have been, and this is the current position. On Thursday, Brian Wilson contacted a representative of the collective by email, offering to meet the individual in Glasgow informally. An informal meeting. Anyway, it goes on to say that this message was sent to a dormant email address and was only picked up on the Friday. The representative acknowledged the email, agreeing to meet, and it would be beneficial for both the collective and the club. Proposed dates and times were asked for further correspondence to be directed through the collective's email address, which was copies into. This email received no response from Celtic. On the Monday evening, a different representative was contacted by telephone. The club proposed that two representatives who had now been independently contacted meet with George Campbell, who is head of legal, and Brian Wilson at 10 a.m. on the Wednesday. The representative agreed in principle, but again requested that arrangements be made formally through the collective and not just with individuals. On Tuesday, the Celtic Fans Collective wrote to Brian Wilson and George Campbell confirming the availability of the proposed meeting at 10 a.m. on the Wednesday. The email included the names of the nominated representatives and the proposed agenda. Unfortunately, yesterday afternoon, we were informed that the discussions of this agenda would require members of the executive team to be present, and they would not be available until next Wednesday. As a result, the meeting scheduled for today was cancelled. A new meeting will now take place next week. In the meantime, the Green Brigade had separately been offered a meeting on Thursday afternoon this week. Despite their willingness to postpone until after the collective meeting, we have encouraged them to proceed and hopefully beginning the process that will allow them to return to the matches as quick as possible. Now, it's obvious that Celtic want to do deals with individual supporters groups and individuals on their own. They don't wish to deal with the Celtic fans as a collective. It's a very divisive way of approaching it, as you would expect from a politician like Brian Wilson. But at least it is a movement forward. As going into the game tonight, we're no further forwards. You know, the Celtic board are just delaying and delaying and delaying. And to be fair, I mean, Brian Wilson's been politically minded all his life. But us as fans have to leave politics out of the club. And a lot of fans say that a certain group of fans should leave politics at the front door, whilst Brian Wilson can take up his television duties and talk politics all he wants. Anyway, that's where the collective stands. That is where Celtic obviously stand. They are trying to deal with everyone individually so that there is no agenda with the fans and we can't all agree to get some change at Celtic Football Ground and the club. Anyway, that is the Celtic news this afternoon. Make sure that you join me for the team news as it breaks in a couple of hours' time. We need to get back. We need to get everyone back, and we need to get everyone back in the team as much as we can. Delaying tactics by the board are absolutely no use to anyone at all. And if we aren't going to meet now until next week, it puts the Green Brigade getting back in at peril. It puts the atmosphere at peril. It puts Martin O'Neill and the team under a lot of pressure because this is all the board's doing. Pissing about and pissing about. We're buying time, and we've let them do it for far too long. Anyway, on that note, I'll see you in a couple of hours.